Hi, my name is Amy VenHorst, and I am with the Jorgensen Group. That is part of Keller Williams, also part of KW Commercial, and I'm the head of the commercial division of our team.
Hi, my name is Brittany and I'm the Area Vice President of Sales in Central Texas for Patten Title. And I nominated Amy VenHorst because she's simply a trailblazer in our industry, and she's given me the great honor and privilege to grow alongside her during her career. When Amy first started in the industry, she came from education, and she was so gracious in allowing me to work with her as her business development rep. I was brand new, but she showed grace and grit, and it has been a true privilege to watch her not only excel and succeed in this industry, but to be a name and a force to be reckoned with, and to be one of the top female commercial agents in the area too.
So I first got started in real estate. My background was in teaching. So I was an elementary math teacher, and my daughter was starting kindergarten. And so something kind of had to give in my personal life and getting her to school on time. And so I was kind of looking at different careers that I didn't have to go back and get a third degree for. So a real estate license was fitting the bill. But I always kind of had it in the back of my mind. And so I decided to transition after about 10 years of teaching into real estate, and just met a really great person who kind of held my hand along the way, and have been with him ever since, just over 9 years now. So real estate for me was a natural transition from teaching, actually. So first of all, I love math. So looking at the numbers and analyzing them, that's always been kind of a leg up, because a lot of people are afraid of math. I embrace it. And so that was nice, but really helping people and serving people, that's what I loved about teaching, educating them, getting them to where their goals are, helping them problem solve. So all of those have actually been a very natural transition from teaching into real estate. And I love just being my own boss as well. And the sky's the limit. I can achieve as much as I choose to. Ooh, I would say adding on commercial brokerage to my services for my clients. I started off in residential. A few years ago, maybe about 3 years ago or so, I decided commercial was a space that I wanted to get into, and I have really helped a lot of folks start up their small businesses, find the right space. A lot of commercial brokers won't return phone calls. So I kind of take the residential hustle approach and customer service approach and apply that to the commercial world, and that's made me pretty successful in that space so far. The habits are really important. I think anytime you're self-employed, and anyone in sales or self-employed knows this, you have to have a schedule for yourself, and you have to hold yourself to that schedule. You can't just start working at 10 or 11 a.m. and quit at 3 p.m. and call it a day. You have to treat every day as if you are going into an office, even if you're not, working hard. So I do a lot of time blocking, a lot of goal setting, checking in on my quarterly goals. My team is great at helping to track stats, hold us accountable. And so I think that I'm just a very scheduled person, and that helps me just fit everything I need to into the day. And I make a lot of to-do lists to stay organized.
I was about to say, and you're very organized.
I'm very organized.
And you have a great accountability partner.
I do. I have
a
monthly accountability partner. And she keeps me on track too. We sit down and we hold each other accountable, and we lift each other up. And, we talk about our vulnerabilities and our doubts. And then I always walk away feeling better after our breakfast.
Same. Yeah. I think that's been single-handedly one of the things that helped me get through the past 4 years and the changing landscape of real estate, from the feeding frenzy to kind of the downturn. But having somebody who can walk through similar struggles, but persevere, not let each other give up, celebrate each other's wins, and love each other through the hard stuff.
I think I was intimidated by real estate when I first started in it. I mean, there's just a lot of there's a lot of money in this business. There's a lot of people in this business. And so for me, it was like, how am I going to stand out? How am I going to make a living? How am I going to do all these things? And so my confidence has grown a lot, but it's not I say, like, it's not rocket science. You know, like, you have to be intelligent, you have to be communicative, you have to follow through, but you just have to be consistent and you have to follow through on what you say. So you don't have to have some crazy novel idea or marketing gimmick or something like that. You just have to do a really good job.
And be consistent.
Yeah. And that's manageable. That's very simple. I mean, just mindset is everything. You know, you can sit here and complain about the market or the interest rates or how many homes are on the market or how many clients you do or don't have. But at the end of the day, you know, there's enough business out there to make a really good living in real estate, I think.
100%.
It doesn't matter if you're with title, lending, you know, brokerage, whatever it is. You just got to find your way and quit making excuses and just do it. So I have been a Brittany Deck loyalist for a long time.
Like the sound of that.
That's easy. So we had a really great partnership since I started in real estate. We both kind of started in this side around the same time. And so I knew wherever she went, I would follow her. And so she had been in a previous title company. And then when she came over to Patten, which is a much better fit, she was easy to follow over here. And then pair her up with Mindy Hernandez, the best escrow officer in her team. Shout out, Mindy. They're just fun. I mean, I love that I can just call up Mindy with questions. And so Brittany has connected me with Mindy. And so they're just the dream team. You know, whenever I need something, I have the marketing, I have the support, I have the smooth transactions for my clients, the questions being asked. I know that Brittany will pick up the phone and get Ashley Patten on the phone whenever we have a question that needs answered. Like, it's easy. They make it very easy.
She's a people person, and this is a relationship-driven industry. Instead of being driven by commission, she very much cares about what's best for her clients, whether that is them navigating potentially a difficult situation if there's a divorce or a death, or it's an exciting time and they're buying their first home or an investment property. Amy understands that, and she operates from a standpoint of doing what's best for you and for your family or for where you are in life at that time. It was our BBB breakfast in, I think it was March or April. And just before you left to go to y'all's awards, you were telling me, you know, last year was tough. You didn't think that you were going to receive any awards. Not that you had mentioned that, but you're always just so incredibly humble and selfless that wasn't even on your radar. And then when you texted me that you closed #1 in volume and sales for the company, that was my proud moment for you, because it wasn't just about residential sales. That was also about your commercial sales. And I know just how hard you've worked and how hard it is to break into the commercial real estate industry, especially as a female. And you did it in a big way. So that I was really, really proud. And just to have all of that was a culmination of the journey that I've watched you go through since you got your license.
Okay, so my advice would be find good partners in the business. Brittany and Patten are prime examples of those partners because, you know, especially when you're trying to drum up business and get started. I remember we would sit down every year, and this has fallen off a little bit because we meet monthly, but we would do business planning for the year.
Yep.
You know, we would set the goals. These are the events. These are the pop buys. These are the ways we're going to reach out. This is
client
the way you're going to grow your client appreciation, grow your database, whatever it is, and to be able to sit down with somebody that knows the industry and brainstorm with you and support you, and then pull the resources and the data and the brochures and the mailings and it's just like, it's all right there.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to recreate the wheel. You just need a good partner that has your back and has the same vision and the same work ethic.
100% agree with you.
That's you.
Thanks.
This market is brutal. So I think it's just continue to have a positive mindset through the rest of this year. Do what I can, do what we can to help as many people as possible, get them to the closing table. There are a lot of sellers right now in tough spots. They're underwater or whatever it might be, and just keep serving people and work-life balance in the meanwhile, hopefully.
I'm just incredibly grateful for you. You know, business brought us together, but choice made us best friends. And I'm so grateful that you have been such a tremendous support and true loyal friend to me, both professionally and personally. They don't make many like you, Amy VenHorst.
Oh, you're so sweet, Brittany Deck. Right back
Brittany
at
Deck.
you. Right back at you. Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Brittany, for highlighting me, because you have been one of my biggest cheerleaders and supporters, and somehow you time it perfectly too. Like whenever I need that little pick me up, that's when I get a little message, or we get to reconnect. And it's amazing that we found each other and our friendship through all of this too. And I am extremely grateful for that beyond anything. So. Found you because I had an actual professional need that kept you around all these years, because you're just one of the best friends I could ever ask for.
Well, you know what they say. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and you're a lifetime.
You're stuck
friend.
with me.
You are. You are 100% stuck.
Good.
Okay, I love you.